Alright guys, so I was going to do like a whole Instagram story of me cooking, but I figured I would just talk to you guys while I cook because that's kind of more fun to do than just creating videos. So what I'm doing is I'm doing a Italian themed turkey burger. I'm actually not really, I'm feeling really lazy, so I decided to do it this way. So I'm going to show you guys kind of like how I'm going to do it and what I'm doing. So I'm just preheating my oven to 375 because I'm going to eventually put the turkey burgers in the oven because I really just don't feel like grilling or anything. Hi Brandy, hi my love, I see you so soon. Oh my gosh, maybe I'll make these for you guys when I see you in Indianapolis for the Beachbody conference. So I figured like why not just make this live kind of open-ended. You can ask questions. I'll kind of share some meal prep hacks and things with you guys as well. So first and foremost, what I'm doing is I kind of when I went to Nice, I got these really delicious and amazing sun-dried tomatoes. And at the market in Nice, I was like eating them like candy. And I thought, okay, well, I want to buy them. So I figured out that I'll just use them. So I actually split these up and I gave some to some of my friends who like to cook. So that's what's going to be kind of the thing. So what I'm going to do is I already have 4 cloves of garlic already chopped up. Here's a little hack that I like. I am kind of lazy when it comes to cooking, so I actually buy, you can't really see it, but I buy my garlic shelled and all that stuff, so you can kind of see it. It's kind of bright here, but it's like $1 or like $1.50, and I get like 30 or so cloves already done, so you just grab it and go. It's really easy to make. So I already took 4 cloves of garlic because why not make it super garlicky. So I'm gonna put that in here in a big bowl. So I just have a bowl here off to the side. So I have my 4 cloves of garlic. And then what I'm gonna do is take these tomatoes. So I remember I told you guys I got these tomatoes from Nice on my trip. Hopefully you guys saw my Instagram stories of that because it was so amazing. So I'm gonna take about, 1, 2, 3, just about a handful. So about, I don't know, like this much of it. And I'm just gonna dice those up. I like using sun-dried tomatoes in stuff because it has this like bite to it that you can't really get from fresh tomatoes. I will use fresh tomatoes, so I'm gonna show you guys a little trick that I'm gonna do. But I like to do it this way. Hey Luther, I see you on there. So that's what we're gonna do, and just gonna chop them up. I'm not gonna chop them up too fine because I want to actually have these like really juicy bites of the sun-dried tomato. And what's gonna happen is when you cook it down and you let it cook in the burger, the juices from the turkey burger are gonna actually like put some moisture back into the tomatoes, so they're actually gonna be really, really flavorful. And these, literally, I got them in the market. This guy, I barely speak French. And he came up to me, offered them to me, and they were so good. I had no choice but to do that. Hi, Jackie. How are you? So as I'm cooking, like, feel free, if you have questions about stuff or questions about, like, meal prep or healthy stuff, like, feel free to ask. If not, I'm just going to keep cooking. But I just, like I said, I just want to talk to you guys instead of being all, like, weird. Let's see. So I have 4 cloves of garlic. I have about a handful of sun-dried tomatoes. I'm going to save a little bit extra just in case I want more. So I'm going to save that. That goes over here. What goes next? So now my turkey. So what I do is I typically buy my turkey, like ground turkey, frozen meats from Costco. I get the organic stuff. I buy it in bulk and keep it in the freezer. And then when I'm ready to use it, I just like thaw it out. I mean, you can definitely go to like a butcher or whatever, but for me, it's just easier. Like, I'm all about trying to make my life as easy as possible. So 9 times out of 10, that's what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to go ahead and take, it's about a pound of ground turkey, organic ground turkey. I'm just going to drop it into the bowl. So the bowl already has garlic and sun-dried tomatoes. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick, then I'm gonna start to season it. So the most important thing with seasoning to make a really good turkey burger is making sure that you have enough seasoning in it and that you have enough things in it that's gonna give it a nice moisture. So the sun-dried tomatoes will give it some moisture, the onions, garlic, anything that you can add to it really definitely helps. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add an egg to mine just to kind of use it as a binder. That's another thing that I do is I buy my eggs, sorry, you can't see me, but I buy my eggs in bulk I buy my eggs in bulk from Costco as well, so they come in this container because I typically do egg muffins and other stuff like that. So I just buy them in bulk. So what I'm going to do first, before I put the binder in, so I have the ground turkey, garlic, and sun-dried tomatoes. So I'm just gonna start to season it. Because I want it to do more of like an Italian seasoning, I'm gonna really go nuts here. So one of my favorites is dried oregano. So I'm gonna go nuts with that. Just put a bunch of dried oregano. If you're measuring about a tablespoon would be good. I'm also gonna add some fresh thyme. So I have some fresh thyme here, gonna add that because I want it to be really flavorful. And I wanna make sure that the turkey has really, really good flavor to it. I have some fresh basil that I'm gonna add to it, but I also put a little bit of dried basil in there as well again. So let's say if we were gonna do measurements, I would say a tablespoon of dried oregano and about a teaspoon of the thyme and the basil. If you want it a little bit spicy, I do just a little bit. I'm gonna add just like a dash of red chili. So not a lot, but just enough to add a little bit of heat to it, which is really good. And then I'm gonna go ahead and actually season it up really nicely. Also, no, I won't go with that. But herb de Provence is another good one that I like from Trader Joe's. But I wanna make sure I add about a tablespoon of black pepper to get some really good texture with that. So about a tablespoon black pepper goes in there. Because the key is with turkey burgers, I think why people don't like them so much is because they don't have flavor. So you wanna make sure they have flavor. I'm really not into salt too much. I'm gonna do a tablespoon of salt. That might seem like a lot. Actually, I'm gonna do a little bit less. But I really wanna make sure that it's flavorful and has really, really good flavor and texture to it. So there's that. And then I'm gonna add some basil. So I want some fresh basil to be. It's gonna really lighten it up. So I have my little basil plant here. And so I'm just gonna take some things off. And again, if you guys have questions about anything that I'm doing or why I'm doing what I'm doing, or if you don't agree, or if you have suggestions to make my burger even better, then share it with me, that'd be great. Because this is a little group project here. So I'm taking about 6 fresh basil leaves. So I'm gonna take the big boys here. So yeah, 6 basil leaves. It smells so good. So I got this basil plant a couple of weeks ago. I had this thing where I was feeling really weird and like just not really in the best of spirits. And I thought, you know what? I want to have more life in my house. So I went crazy and became like this crazy plant lady and bought a whole bunch of plants and bought a whole bunch of air plants and succulents. And then I bought some basil and fresh lavender just to have more things living in my home. And it actually feels really good. It's actually a really nice little reminder there. All right, so I'm doing this a rough chop of the basil, mainly because I want to have nice little bites throughout, so to sprinkle it there. Okay, this already smells so good. So you have some options here for these burgers. I'm gonna do mine open face with a salad, but you could always do it on like a bun. If you're gonna do it on a bun, I would say get fancy with it and do like ciabatta, is that how you say it? Yeah, I don't really know how to say a lot of fancy stuff. But put it like take some olive oil or some focaccia and like really do it that way. All right, so here we go. So we have ground turkey, sun-dried tomatoes, garlic, fresh basil, thyme, oregano, dried basil, salt, and pepper. And then, so I have a little bit left of some just grated fresh Parmesan. So we'll do like, I don't know. So there's already some salt in there. So we're gonna do, let's see, 1, 2, 3 tablespoons. That's all that's in. So we'll do 3 tablespoons of fresh Parmesan. And then I'm gonna do 1 egg to bind it. So you can do breadcrumbs if you want. Sometimes if you watch me make turkey burgers or turkey meatloaf stuff, what I will do is I will use oatmeal. That's also a good thing to use as well as a binder, but I'm just gonna use egg just because. So now we're gonna make the actual burgers, all right? So everything's here. So a little trick that I learned with making burgers. First, I hate getting my hands done, and also like now I get my nails done. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use kind of like a slotted spoon like this, or like a top slotted spoon, just to kind of get everything and mix it all together. But as I'm doing it, what you wanna make sure is that you're not like really like kneading it too much. So you're kind of like going in a circle. And what this is gonna do, it's gonna mix everything up, but also it's gonna make sure, oh my God, you guys, I just realized that my laptop is on my stove. So not safe, so not safe. There we go, okay. But you just want to make sure that you're not over mixing the egg or over mixing the meat, because then what happens is it gets at that weird consistency and texture, and it no longer tastes like a burger. It tastes more like a meatloaf, which no shame or no shade to meatloaf. Shut up, Dawn. All right, leave me alone. You guys are all laughing at me. At least I'm being honest with you guys. I'm human, right? No, just kidding. Oh my gosh. If I knew that I wouldn't get salmonella, I would totally just try this right now, because that's how good it smells. But I would get salmonella, and that'd be really bad. But that's the thing. So you don't necessarily have to get your hands like crazy dirty, but you just want to make sure that you combine everything together, because I want to have every single bite have a little bit of garlic, a little bit of Parmesan cheese, a little bit of fresh basil, and a little bit of those sun-dried tomatoes that I got from France. That are so good. All right, so it's all like pretty simply coming together. So here we have it. So this is what the mixture looks like. You can't really see, the lighting's not that great, but doesn't look that great. But it smells delicious. I'm gonna go ahead and put these into 4. So you just half it, and then you half it again. So what I'm gonna do for this, I'm gonna move these, but here's the fresh mozzarella, and here's gonna be the fresh tomatoes that I'm gonna use. What I'm gonna do is broil them, actually. But first things first. Perfect. So my oven is preheated to 375. I'm gonna use parchment paper for these burgers, just because I like using it better than foil. So that's what I'm gonna use instead. We'll just move this over, because I'll be using that again in a second. All right, so we're just gonna make patties with the burgers. So also, to make sure, parchment paper, I just lined the little thing. So I just half it up, get a big scoop of the burger. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Actually, I may do 3 instead. All right, so we have the egg there to help as a little binder. So you just kind of make a little ball. I like to leave them as balls, actually. That's funny. Leave it there and just drop it down. Oh, they're humongous. It's gonna be so good. Another thing you could do too, if you wanted to, is you could actually stuff them with fresh mozzarella. I would do that, but that's just a little bit excessive for me, and I probably would eat all 3 at once. So just kind of put it there, kind of make it go around, and then just place it down on the parchment paper. And actually, this is making 3, because I'm making them pretty big, because I'm doing mine open faced. But if you decide to do it, as like a regular sandwich, then you can just make them into patties, but because they will eventually kind of drop a little bit. So that's a good thing. You can kind of flatten them out. All right, so last little bit. This smells so good. They look so great. So that's basically it. So that's there. I'll wash my hands and show you what they look like. The lighting's kind of gross, but it's super simple, you guys. Like, honestly, you don't have to do much with it. You don't have to do much really with anything. Like, it's just a matter of like playing with like your flavor profile. And I think that's where a lot of people get cooking wrong, is that they don't know how to season food or to have a flavor profile that's really like interesting. So if you're always like doing like ground turkey for meal prep and stuff, and hopefully you can hear me because I also am running water. But if you're doing ground turkey for like meal prep and stuff and you're getting bored with it, just like think about different ways to add seasonings with it. Think about using fresh ingredients like I'm using with the fresh basil or fresh sun-dried tomatoes or anything like that. That's a quick and easy way to do it and to make it really tasty and flavorful. And that way it also like you come off seeming really fancy and people are like, oh, you're really great at what you do. But yeah, so here they are. I'm just going to show you. And they're pretty big, so it's kind of nice. So it's like a pretty hefty lunch. And these also will freeze. Oh, you can't, actually, I'm gonna do it this way, you guys, because I want you to really see this. All right, so here they are. I'm gonna turn it around for a second. Don't freak out, don't freak out. All right, so here we go. So they're all here. So as you can see, there's like big chunks of garlic, big chunks of basil, sun-dried tomato, Parmesan cheese. And then we're just gonna bake them off. It's on 375. And I'm just gonna bake them off into the oven. And then I'll quickly show you how I'll top them. And then I will let you guys go. So I'm gonna put these in the oven really quickly. It's this real French lavender there. All right, so these are about to go into the oven. Easy peasy, cool. All right, so they go in the oven. And I'll show you how I'm gonna top the burgers. They'll stay here for, I don't know, probably about 30 minutes or so. We'll kind of figure that out a little bit later. I'll give you guys a formal recipe. I'll post the full recipe on my I Cook Clean website or Instagram. So to top these, really simple how we're gonna do it. I have some tomatoes, some fresh tomatoes on the vine. Hi, little bird. Oh my gosh, there's so many. That's kind of creepy. All right, so I just have some fresh tomatoes on the vine, and that's like really important too. Make sure you have really good quality tomatoes when you do this, because you have so much flavor already happening in everything else that you want to make sure that you really honor the integrity of the dish by not skimping on like the tomatoes that get, you know, real mealy and gross. So just go through. I love tomatoes on the vine also because the flavor is just out of this world. So gotta handle them with a little bit of care. Perfect. I'm just gonna rinse them really quick. And I'm just gonna slice them up. So I'm just gonna walk you through how I'm gonna do it. So how I'm actually gonna put them together is I'm gonna take the tomatoes, I'm gonna slice them into slices. So like about a half an inch, and probably a little bit thinner because you're small guys. You're gonna take the burger, you're gonna put the tomato on top of the burger, a little salt, a little pepper. Then you're gonna chop up some fresh mozzarella. This is the kicker here. You wanna make sure that's fresh mozzarella. You're gonna slice that up as well, and you're gonna put that on top of the burger, and then you're gonna put a little bit of black pepper on top, and you're gonna broil it. You're gonna broil it on top of the burger patties for a couple of minutes, just so that way the mozzarella can kind of bubble over and melt on both sides and kind of get the tomato nice and heated up a little bit. And then when you take it out, you're just gonna take some balsamic vinegar. If you have a reduction, that's even better. I don't think I have balsamic reduction. I might make some real quick. Then you're just gonna drizzle the balsamic vinegar on top, add some fresh basil, and it's gonna be delicious. You can serve it on top of ciabatta bread, focaccia, or just regular hamburger buns, or like me, I'm gonna do it on its own. And then I'm just gonna serve it with a red leaf salad after. So that's gonna be my plan, and make a little vinaigrette to go over everything. So that's all that I have for you guys. I just thought, why not, instead of showing pictures, just like let you guys know kind of what goes on. The only big difference here is I'm talking to you guys. Normally I have Cardi B on and I'm dancing while I'm cooking or watching Netflix. So that's it. I will post the final thing of this later. But if you have more questions or you have ideas of things that you want me to see how I cook them or how I kind of put my own spin on them, let me know, because I love the challenge and I love to eat. So I'll be doing more Facebook, or what is this, Instagram, more Instagram lives soon to share my stuff. But again, you just watch me kind of compile a Italian themed turkey burger with fresh garlic, fresh basil, fresh grated Parmesan cheese, sun-dried tomatoes from Nice, France, and organic turkey breast, seasoned perfectly. We're gonna top it with sliced tomatoes, fresh mozzarella, fresh basil with a drizzle of balsamic reduction. I'm gonna serve mine with a salad, but you can definitely serve yours on a bun. Allie, thank you for that. I try my best. Just kidding, I just washed my hair, so that's the only reason why it looks semi-decent today. But anyways, you guys, thanks for putting up with me for this little past, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. But if you have questions, let me know. But the full recipe will be on my I Cook Clean Instagram page. So if you haven't checked that out yet, there's tons of recipes there. I'll post it there for you guys. Have a good rest of your Monday. I'm gonna finish up here and then take a little break and get back to work because I teach tonight. So thanks for watching. Oh, I probably shouldn't touch stuff with this anyway. But anyway, guys, you guys are the best. Thanks for putting up with me. I will post this very soon. Bye.